Today we are going to be getting better at subtraction. We are going to be looking at how to subtract hundreds, tens and units from hundreds, tens and units. Look at my example. 327 subtract 215. Take a look at how I've set this out. 327 take away 215 equals 112. Just have a think for 10 seconds. How have I got this answer? Yes, you'll notice that I've rearranged the sum and put it into columns. As you can see, I have lined the units up together, the tens up together, and the hundreds up together. From the number 327, I've taken the number 7 and put it into the units column. From the number 215, I've taken a 5 and put it in the units column. I've then taken a 2 and put it into the tens column to make it 20. I have then taken a 1 and put it in a tens column to make it 10. Finally, I have got the 300 and put it in the hundreds column, and then I have taken a 2 and also put it in the hundreds column. To complete this sum, I have started at the right-hand side and I've done the individual sum. So firstly, I have done 7 units, take away 5 units, which equals 2. I then move on to my next column, where I have 2 tens, and I've taken away 1 10, which equals 1. Finally, I have 3 hundreds, I've taken away the 2 hundreds, and my answer is also 1. Give me the total answer, 112. To recap the success criteria, we need to remember to arrange the sums into columns. We also need to remember to complete the individual part of the sum, starting with the right-hand column first. Finally, we need to remember to write the answer in the box. So as you can see, I've remembered to arrange the sums into columns by lining up my units, my tens, and my hundreds. The next thing I did was I remembered to complete the individual part of the sum starting with the right-hand column. So I worked out the units first, moving on to my tens, and then my hundreds. And lastly, I've remembered to write my answer very clearly in the answer box. Now let's work through another example. I have the sum 539 take away 316. So the first thing I'm going to do is write my 539 clearly. I am then going to write 316 underneath it, making sure that they line up correctly. The first thing I do is start at the right-hand side. 9 take away 6 equals 3. I then move on to my tens column. 3 take away 1 equals 2. And finally, onto my hundreds column, 5 take away 3 also equals 2. Therefore, I have the answer 223, which I have written clearly in the answer box. Let's have a look at the next question. I've had a go, one with a pink pen and one with a blue pen. Now, one is right and one is wrong. But which one is right and which one is wrong? And why is it right? And why is the other one wrong? I'm going to give you a few seconds now to think about this. Which one is right and which one is wrong? You are right. The pink one is correct and the blue one is wrong. But why is the blue one wrong? If we refer back to our success criteria, we can see that we need to remember to arrange the sums into the columns. If you look at the blue sum, the 9 should have been aligned with the 4 because they are the units. The 6 should have been aligned with the 2 because they are the tens. And the 7 should have been aligned with the 2 because they are the hundreds. However, that has now given us an incorrect answer. The pink one is correct because we have remembered to arrange the sums into the columns. So 9 take away 4 equals a 5, the 6 take away a 2 equals a 4, and a 7 take away 2 equals a 5. And you can see that the answer is written clearly in the answer box. Let's work through one more example. 676 subtract 423. So the first thing I'm going to do is write 676 clearly. And I'm going to put my takeaway sign and align my 423 correctly into my columns. I start at the right hand side and do 6 take away 3, which equals 3. I then move on to the tens column. 7 take away 2 equals 5. I then move on to my hundreds column. 6 take away 4 equals 2, giving me the answer 253. If you feel comfortable, ask your teacher for your next questions. If you are unsure, please watch this video again.